In this video, we are going to do some review exercises, which is very important to be able to do what you've learned with JavaScript, because many times there's no way to just go to W3 because everybody does JavaScript a little bit different. So we want you to print hello to the console screen and alert. Save a variable using a prompt. Create 4 variables with different types of values. Using concatenation to combine the values of 3. Write an else if statement and create a loop. So let's begin. And I'm going to print hello world to the console first. So console would be console.log and then in parentheses hello world. Of course, you won't see it on the page because it's in the console. So to get to the console, in the Google Developer tool, you right click and hit inspect and then click on console, and it should be there. Here it is, hello world. So the first part of assignment 1 is done. The next one says we have to print it to the screen, which was what I was going to do initially. So for that, it would be document.write. Hello world. And then there it is, hello world. All right, let's comment that out. And the last one, we have to do using an alert. So it's basically alert hello world. All right, and assignment 1 is done now. So now let's go on to number 2. Number 2 said save a variable using a prompt. Remember how we did that? We created a prompt. We gave it a name, and we made it equal to, what did we make it equal to? So variable name is equal to prompt in parentheses, what is your name? And then document.write, and you wanted to display the name. So that's how you say the name using a prompt instantaneously. All right, so then you right click that. It says what is your name? You enter your name there and hit OK, and it saves your name. So that's how you save a variable using a prompt. All right, number 2 is done. Let's go on to number 3. It says create 4 variables with different types of values, like a string or a number, etc. So let's create 4 different variable types. And there's a number variable, or variable, I should say. There's an array variable. And an array is basically in brackets and it lists out. It's usually numbers. And there's a boolean, which is a different kind of variable, which is either true or false. And there's a string, which is the 4th variable that we introduced on the last couple of videos. Okay, those are the only ones we've introduced so far. So number 3 is done. All right, let's go on to number 4. Use concatenation to combine the values of 3 variables into 1. All right, so let's do that. I decided to just create 3 new variables instead of using those. So let me comment those out. And I'm going to create the first variable. Okay, we call it number 1. We give it a value of 5. The other variable, we give it a value of 10. And a third variable, we call it combined values. And then we use concatenation to be able to combine them both. num1 plus num2 concatenation is combining variables using the plus sign. Should equal to 15. Now let's try it out. Open the browser. Looks like it's trying to do something, but it's stuck somewhere. And we waited, nothing happened. Looks like the JavaScript was trying to work, but it just wouldn't work. And it's not working. So, doing a little troubleshooting. Looks like the syntax is wrong. So, let's correct the syntax. Put an equal sign there. Take away the parenthesis. And save it. Now it should work. And it combined it there as 15. So even though you know the concept, if you don't get the syntax right, it can still mess you up. But we figured it out, so that's good. So now, let's write a statement using 2 of these variables, an if-else statement using 2 of these values. Alright, so let's do that. Remember the if-else statements we went over? Comment those out, and let's just use the first 2 variables on top. So if num1 is equals to 5, and num2 is equals to 10, then you want to say true. And that fulfills the requirement of the question. We use 2 of the variables in an if-else statement. Save that. Open it. And it says true. Alright. So that question is done now. Let me comment all that out. Comment out the bracket in the bottom as well. Alright, I believe the last statement now, the last question. Create a for loop that prints numbers between 1 and 20 on the screen. Remember how we did that? The for loop is the formula, and the formula is always the same. Starts with for, parentheses. And the way we did it last time, we said I is equal to 0, semicolon. I is less than 20, semicolon, and then I plus plus, which is actually equal to I equals I plus 1. So it's basically 0 plus 1. So then you would document .write for the value of I. Hit save. So then you open that, It gives you 0 through 19, but the question says it should be 1 through 20. So if you wanted to go all the way to 20, you could make it I is less than or equal to 20. And if you wanted to start on 1, you could make I a value of 1. Save it. So now it's 1 to 20. And that's the end of all the assignments. It's important to review and understand what you did.